Hello, it's Doris from All the Books, and I have another book haul for you. I know, right? But I did warn you. I had a 50% off coupon at the used bookstore about an hour north of me, and an evening out with friends. So, yeah, I got 20 books for $24. Not too bad. So let's jump right in. I don't know, I'm not going to share a lot about most of these books because for most of them I don't know a lot. Yep. I got The House on Mango Street by Sandra Cisneros. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous little book. I teach it probably every 3 years, my ESL students, and it's about kids, the preteen, teenage, young teenage type, and it's written just in little vignettes, and I really love it so much. And it's super tiny, so you should totally pick it up. Be great for some readathons. Breeze right through it. And then I got Water for Elephants. I read this a couple years ago and really loved it. And I'm really hoping, I got my eyes open for Night Circus as well. I think that would be a neat little pairing to have. And then I got Little Bee. I read this 2 or 3 years ago. I think the cover is very compelling on this one. Look at her eye. Isn't that cool? This is about, I believe, a British woman and an African girl. Older, like, I don't know if she's in her 20s yet or if she's still a teenager. I cannot remember. Immigration. Yes, it was really good. And then I got Amy Tan, The Valley of Amazement. This is her most recent novel. I enjoyed it a lot. It's about Chinese high-end virgin prostitutes. Yes. And to go with that one, lucky, Memoirs of a Geisha. I've been looking for this for several months, and I was so excited to find it. This was my most expensive purchase yesterday. I think it was $4, so I got it for $2. Ooh. So this one is virgin prostitution in Japan. So yeah. Yep. And then, I sound so perky about that. That's not a perky topic, but anyway. The Help. They're great books. They're so good. The Help by Catherine Stockett. This one, this is set in, I'm not sure, maybe the 40s, 50s. I don't remember exactly. But it's about black help in the South and civil rights movement. So maybe it's pushing the 60s. I'm not sure. But I resisted reading this for quite some time when it was being hyped back in the day because it's being compared to, you know, Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird, and I'm not having that. Anyway, I'm always leery of books that are in that compared to her because I'm like, they're not going to live up to the hype, and they don't. But this was a really good book in its own right. As long as you don't compare it to my favorite, we're good. And then I got Love in the Time of Cholera by Gabriel Garcia Marquez, and I thought I had read this. I did, and I have not. So I got another book to read. I read 100 Years of Solitude, so I haven't prepped myself for what this is about, so yeah. But it's going to be good. I mean, this is a Nobel Prize winner, this author. And then I got Gloria and Naylor, Momaday. This one, Kendra Winchester raved about it, so this is a semi-junky copy, so I know I'm going to love it because Kendra just loved it so much. So I'll probably keep my eye out for a more upscale copy eventually, but I got that one. And also Kendra has been in a Virginia Woolf chatty mood lately, so I got To the Lighthouse and I don't remember if that's the one I'm supposed to start with. It probably isn't. I just picked it because it was the one with the prettiest cover. The other ones didn't have covers that I wanted to bring home with me. I'm that shallow. Also with Kendra, again, Gilead. I know she loves this one. It's always on display behind her. And this is the one I told you I wanted to go with my Lila, my new hardcover that I got. So I found Gilead. And I also found Housekeeping that looked interesting by the same author. I didn't find Home, which is the second one in this trilogy. So I know it's not a you have to read them all kind of trilogy. So if you know anything about these three, let me know. I mean, I'm still going to be on the lookout for Home. But I have Gilead and Lila so far. And then Housekeeping, which I don't think is related. But I could be wrong. And then this one, oh my gosh, I cannot remember whose channel I saw this one on. I'm so sorry, but when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's so cute. And then I found it. Little Chinese Seamstress by Dai Siji. Yep. And Anna Quindlen, Still Life with Bread. This is one that I've seen a couple times at the other used bookstore, which has higher prices, the one that's local to me, and I've resisted buying it, but the cover, I just wanted it, so hopefully it lives up to the cover hype. And this is another one that I almost grabbed at that used bookstore. This won the Booker in 1997, The God of Small Things by Arundhati Roy. Yeah. So if you know anything about these books, let me know, because, you know, I don't know much. And then Olive Kitteridge by Elizabeth Strout. This won the Pulitzer. I don't know what year, but I think both the women that I was with last night had read it and liked it. I think I saw this one on Book Outlet recently and almost got it, but didn't. So, yeah. And then The Language of Flowers by Vanessa Diffenbaugh. Both women that I was with raved about this one. So I think I need to read this spring while we're in flower season, because flowers are my jam, in case you haven't noticed. But oh my gosh, I do love flowers, especially wildflowers. So, and then I got A Recipe for Bees by Gail Anderson Dargits. And this one, I'm going to be honest, I just got it because of the bee thing. We'll see how it goes. If you know anything about it, let me know. And then I got A Turn in the South by V.S. Naipaul. This one, I'm really curious if anybody is familiar with this author. He is another Nobel Prize winning author, and there were several of his books, mostly put out by Vintage International Press, and I didn't know which one to grab. This one was the most compelling to me personally because it's a nonfiction and it's about several prominent southern cities, so 3 of which I have lived in or around: Tallahassee, Chapel Hill, and Nashville. And, you know, Atlanta, who doesn't know hot Atlanta? So I'm very curious, very interested in seeing how he sees the South and Southerners, because it's going to be interesting. This is the first book he wrote about the States. Most of his books are set in foreign, to me, countries. So, yeah. Please let me know if you're familiar with this author and can make any suggestions. And then the last 2 total cover buys, and then they seemed like they had good ratings on Goodreads and New York Times bestsellers. So let me just go and tell you what they are. A Thread of Grace by Mary Doria Russell, and The Sparrow by the same author. I just thought the covers were really pretty, and they're historical fiction, which I like. One of them, I think, is about the Jews maybe in the Holocaust. I can't remember exactly. This one I know nothing about. So, yeah, let me know what you think. That's what I got. 20 books for 24 bucks. Not too bad. And so most of these, I mean, they're under $1 if I average out the more expensive hardcovers. So some of these will go in my I don't have to read it if I don't want to tower. Meaning there's a stack of books that, since they were so cheap, less than $1, and I don't know anything about them, I'm not like, I'll eventually unhaul them if I don't read them and won't feel guilty about it, kind of thing. So yeah. Anyway, if you know of anything about some of those books that I'm not familiar with, I would love to hear your comments. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching, and I will be back soon. Bye.